into the Ryman Christmas spirit. Here's Cousins under pressure, feeling it coming from the backside. That pass is caught. Ryan Grant. Only their third first down of the half as they look for their first points. Cousins, 3 of his first 10. He's completed his last 2. Slinging it. That pass is caught. It's Grant again. Up the seam inside Broncos territory. A pickup of 32. So here's Justin Hopkins recovering from that partially torn hip muscle that he sustained in mid-October. Returned from IR and on here as he converts a 26-yard.
Really, Demaryius Thomas, who is lined up in the slot right here, is his sure reliable weapon in the pass game.
Only 4 healthy wide receivers. Up, Osweiler, football is loose. Washington has it. Zach Vigil on the recovery and disaster for Denver.
Here the last 2 weeks have been able to turn it around again.
Could be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 13 over the middle. It's caught. Jamison Crowder for the Washington touchdown. And mark off the yardage in Denver's favor nonetheless. 1st and 10. Osweiler from the gun, hit on the release. That pass is intercepted. DJ Swearinger making a play for Washington. It's Grant in motion. Here come the Broncos. Cousins steps up and has Grant. Grant, plenty of real estate in front of him. Finally tackled at the Denver 20. And the 6th of his career. Skins 3 of 8 on 3rd downs. Cousins here on 3rd and 9. Up the seam over the middle. It's caught. Down to the 10-yard line. This will be enough for a Washington first down. That's Bryant. So Osweiler and company begin from their own 20. After the pick by Parks. Osweiler is buried, and guess who? It's Ryan Kerrigan again. He has been a monster. Starting in place of Justin Simmons, who they had to shut down a couple of weeks ago with that ankle injury. Making a huge defensive play for the Broncos. That pass is caught. That's Bibbs out of the backfield. First down and more for the former Bronco. Forced out of bounds by Talib and Brandon Marshall by Washington to their practice squad. And here he is facing his old team. And only his 2nd game with the Skins. Cousins throwing a dart. That's Doxson. Inside the Denver 30, it'll be a 1st and 10. Roby has really started to come into his own. 4th-year player, former first-round pick out of Ohio State. Had his 17th pass defensed earlier. Ties the most by a Bronco defender in the last 10 years. The league leader in tackles entering week 16. On 2nd and 12, Osweiler is sacked again. It's Kerrigan. 3rd time they've gotten Osweiler. And of course, Rob Kelly, whom we just mentioned. On 2nd and 6, Cousins taking a shot. Doxson is wide open and strolls into the end zone. 48 yards from Cousins.
As Grant comes over in motion, they don't communicate properly, and they completely drop Josh Doxson as he runs right past the cornerbacks en route to an easy has gone on. You can see that they really miss Emmanuel Sanders and Cody Latimer. They just haven't been able to get anything going with their wide receivers.
Osweiler is sacked again. Number 4 for this Washington defense. This victory that they scored last week in Pittsburgh, albeit in a controversial finish. Osweiler's pass complete over the middle. Booker, football comes loose, and now they say incomplete.
Possessed the ball and took at least 3 steps. Therefore, it was a complete catch. He fumbled the ball. It was recovered by Washington at the 50-yard line.
Each game as it comes, but in this league, you just can't take anything for granted.
On 3rd and 6, Cousins off-balance throw. Has his man. It's Vernon Davis for the Redskins touchdown. A brilliant pass by Cousins.
He's in the backfield, and Davis just runs right by him down the field in a beautiful pass under pressure by Cut.
Brandon McManus. Here's the onside kick to the far side of the field. It's fielded easily by by the Redskins. That's their tight end, Niles Paul.